Oh, hell nah.
Um, Another thing I wanted to bring up, Caitlin Clark versus the WNBA. We haven't spoke since the roller coaster ride of the WNBA media, which is a sentence I don't think I would have ever said.
Bam, I've never seen a company mismanage, hate on, sabotage their greatest asset like this ever before. That's like if Steve Jobs started shitting on the iPhone.
It's like, man, it's not even that good. Breaks.
That's like if Elon Musk started shitting on Tesla. What? Y'all did what? Y'all are doing what? Okay. Biggest topic recently was the Olympics,
Yeah.
the selection of the team, right? Okay. So their thing is we want to build the best team possible. And we don't care about marketing. We don't care
That's what
about
they say. That's what they say to him.
that's what they say.
Right.
So what's the difference between you playing in the Olympics, no one giving a fucking watching, and you just playing at the park? Nobody's watching anyway. Nobody cares anyway. And this isn't up to the players. This is bigger than the players. You know, the NBA and the WNBA are businesses. They have CFOs, they have marketing managers, they have, just like any other company, they have that. So this isn't up to the players. This is up for the executives to say, no, Caitlin Clark needs a spot on that team for the league to grow, for the business to grow.
Go talking about the Olympics. If their real goal is, I mean, they won like 7 times in a row, if I heard that correctly.
Yes, they
So,
dominate the shit out of it.
so I think if you throw a 12th player on there like Caitlin Clark, that is not, I'm not locked in. I'll watch a WNBA game if it's on, but I don't really know what's going on with stats and blah blah, all that. I don't know that, right? I know the top girls and Caitlin Clark, Reese. I'm as casual, newly casual as anybody else, right? If I, from what I've gathered, she's not a top 12 player, but if you threw that player on there for the lights, for the glamour of the sport itself, it would do tremendous, right?
And it wouldn't affect the team at all. They're still going to win.
Right. But I think if there's what they're saying is honest and saying we want to win, blah, 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 which they already know they're going to win. Okay, I understand you want the 12 best people in the league to play, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. It
Let's go to
should
the
be deeper
NBA
than that.
side. Let's go to the NBA side, right? Halliburton got picked over Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown, Kyrie Irving. You telling me that was strictly a basketball decision?
I
No,
mean,
because they're better players than him. They are better players than him. No, this is political shit. This is business moves. We got to stop treating the WNBA like if it's a fucking playground and they just hooping. It's a business. And if we want to grow the business like women say that they want to, then you got to put Caitlin Clark on the WNBA team. When the Dream Team did their selections, who did they pick for the last roster spot? Christian Laettner. Are you telling he didn't even play a game in the NBA yet? And he got on the spot. Why? White boy from Duke. We need diversity. This is a representation of the business. We need diversity. We need to show that we're tapped into our collegiate people. We need to show that we're tapped into the other demographics. We need to show everything. WNBA is fumbling the bag with this Caitlin Clark shit and the other players and analysts. And dude, I think that this whole thing has just been a display of woman toxicity.
oof.
This whole thing has just been a microcosm of woman toxicity and how little women actually support each other.
Damn. Just got whew.
Got hot in here. Dude, it's disgusting to watch. It's truly disgusting to watch how they treat her in the game, how they talk about her, and she is nothing but a fucking class act.
Yeah, she's been real classy through all this and
So classy,
so
no fucking
ideal that what you want a super duper star in your league to say and act.
classy
I
as
the
fuck.
thing
Yeah.
I think some of the fouls that have been put a spotlight on and especially like ESPN and like a lot of the media world. I think about half of them have been like, it's just a hard foul. A lot of people I think are exposing themselves to like not really knowing basketball and kind
Yeah.
of just following what's going on and reacting to a video, I feel. So I
Mhm.
think a lot of them are basketball plays, but there are those egregious like that one hip check where that bitch literally drilled her.
She
Like
fucking hit sticked her like we playing football.
you gotta like it's gonna happen, but you gotta call it when it does happen. And there has to be some sort of consequence on court. Consequence off court. I think the way the WNBA is looking at this is any publicity is good publicity. I really do, because if they were worried about bad publicity, they would have been had some sort of ish or statement or some bullshit like that. I really believe that. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it, not saying that this is the way they should be doing it, but I think that's what they're doing. Because you
Yeah.
got Stephen A yelling at two ex WNBA players, you know,
My thing
for
is,
fun.
the guys defend Caitlin Clark more than the women. Why? Can I see one woman defend her, please? Just one. Just one. I just want to see one woman defend Caitlin Clark. It has not happened. It has not happened. And this is the woman that is going to change the sport. Here's another thing, bro. People talk about race. People talk about why Caitlin Clark is overhyped. All right. I'm going to tell y'all because people are fucking dumb. People forgot. This is the greatest college basketball player to have ever lived. The greatest collegiate basketball player ever is Caitlin Clark, regardless of gender. She was greater than Leitner, greater than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Anyone you want to name, she was greater than. Her name is etched in the history books of college basketball, gender apart. Apart from that, her game style, her play style is modern. She's going to be the one, what Steph did for the NBA, how he changed the whole play style. She's going to do that. It's going to take her a little bit. Nobody comes in the league and dominates unless you're Michael Jordan. Nobody does that. So it's going to take a couple years, but that's why she's her. It's not overhyped. It's not because she's white. It's not because she's from Indiana. It's because of her performance. It's because of her greatness on the court. At Iowa, she carried Iowa to national championship appearances. She didn't win, but she carried them there. Have you ever heard of an Iowa team before that? Are we ever going to hear of an Iowa team after that? Come on, dog. It's not race. It's game. Shorty got game. Shorty was the greatest ever. That's why she's hyped. When LeBron came into the league and was the most hyped, it was because of his game. Nothing else. So shit is just this shit is getting out of this shit is whack.
I hope because I know they have I think they're around like 500, maybe a little bit below. I hope they have a push, and her going to the play, if they they make the playoffs, would expand it more, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, they seem to be figuring it out. Getting a few wins, and they definitely look better now than they did to begin the season.
Yeah, one last thing about this, and we'll move on. I the Angel Reese in her thing, I just can't stand it anymore. It's oblivious. It's obvious you don't like her, and it's okay if you don't like her. You have
Angel Reese is a goofy,
but she's playing the victim all the fucking time.
Angel Reese is a goofy.
Crazy.
She's always trying to. You know who she is? She's the one in the classroom saying, "Hey, pick me. Hey, I'm here. Pick me." No, shorty. No one's talking about you if it's not controversial shit. Anytime only one talks about you is because you do some goofy shit, which sucks because you're actually having a great rookie season. 12-10. You're having a great season. But all that other shit is just it's goofy. It's goofy.